Knock, knock. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Kaylee. I am your occupational therapy student today that's going to be working with you. Before we do anything, can you go ahead and verify your name and date of birth for me?
Damon Nix, 1206, 1978.
All right, Damon. Can I call you Damon?
Yeah.
Okay, great. How are you feeling today? You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, before we get started on anything else like assessments or intervention, we're going to just go ahead and take some of your vitals, make sure everything's good there, okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, because you do have a little spasticity on that left arm, we're going to go ahead and take your right. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay, great. And before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and sterilize some of this equipment. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll go ahead and help you roll up that sleeve.
Showing off my guns.
Oh yeah, big muscles. Okay. Wrap this around you. That feel good and tight?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Do you know what your blood pressure normally runs?
It's usually normal for the most part that I know of.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna set that right there for a second. Perfect. Okay. So for your blood pressure, I got 124/80. So everything looks good there. That is within normal range. Normal is 120/80, so almost perfect.
Nice. Normal.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. All right, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this too real quick. Okay, put this cool little thing on your finger. You can go ahead and just kind of relax it, rest it right there. Perfect. Okay. Looks like your oxygen is 96, which is good, within normal range, and then your heart rate is 80, which is also in normal range. Okay. All right. Okay. I can go ahead and take that off of you. Okay, wonderful. All right, so how are you doing today? How are the wife and the kids?
Yeah, they're out grocery shopping right now.
Great. And what do they normally like to get at the grocery store?
If we're buying, the kids like to really kind of fill up the cart, get their snacks and pop.
What's their favorite pop?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Gives them all the energy.
They get hyper on you?
Oh, yeah. Run around all the time. They keep me busy.
Do you have to limit them to a certain
I try.
amount?
They're sneaky. Their mom likes to give in every once in a while, give them
Sneak one.
Yeah, slide them that extra dew,
Awesome. Maybe not for you.
No.
What about their snacks? What's their favorite snack?
They like Cheez-Its.
I love myself some Cheez-Its, so I understand.
Which I don't blame them. I like the toasty kind.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I went ahead and checked your respiratory rate, and so it was also within normal limits. You're at 14, so that's great. Normal is 12 to 18, so no problems. Wonderful. Now we can go ahead and move on to the other room to do some assessments and some intervention. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
So now that we've checked your vitals and everything was good there, I just want to ask you a few questions before we move on to any of our like intervention or assessments or anything, okay? So just go ahead and tell me a little bit about your main concerns.
My main concern right now is like the stiffness in my left arm. It's just kept me from doing like a lot with my kids and my wife. Like as you can see, like I can get right here and then my arm locks up on me, and that's about like all I can do. So it just causes a lot of frustration because it just keeps me from being able to do as much as I can with them right now.
Okay, so it keeps you from doing like activities with your kids. Like, what do you like to do with your kids?
We play Legos a lot.
Okay. Does it keep you from doing anything else?
My mom went blank. What was this?
Just like, I don't know, you may have already said this, like doing like your daily activities, like your ABLs.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
Stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I can probably just start from right there.
Okay, so you want me to say my daily activities too?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Okay, yeah, you guess you could just answer.
And some other stuff that like keeps me from doing this, just like anything I do throughout my day. So that's another reason why it just causes a lot of frustration. It's because I want to be able to do these things, and I just have to have assistance.
Okay, and it looks like you were pretty independent before, coming up with this condition and stuff like that. So I'm sure that is frustrating. What do you like to do now that you can't really get to perform those things?
Well, besides like being able to do the things with my kids and wife, I like to watch movies all the time. A lot of movies, Fast and Furious, all the action. And I'm a big reader.
Okay, so lots of sitting down usually whenever you're doing activities.
Oh yeah. I get tired really easily, so usually if I wake up in the morning, I find where I'm going and get to it and sit down for the majority part of my day.
Okay, well, since we're already on the topic of fatigue, so with MS, I know that it does bring a lot of just crazy fatigue, and it can come from out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So you would say that really impacts like how you move throughout your daily life?
Oh yeah, sometimes I take up to 5 naps a day.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Well, do you have any assistive devices that help you?
Yeah, I got my walker. It helps me get to and from pretty good. It's kind of like my right hand man. And then I have my grabber stick. Got to get all those things I can't reach on my own.
Okay. Have they made any like home modifications? Like, do you have any rails or ramps or anything like that?
Yeah, they placed a few grab bars here and there throughout the house to help me.
Okay. Are you having any pain anywhere? And if you are, like, can you describe that pain to me?
Yeah, I have pain in my my legs, my left leg more, because it's just like that type of pain that makes me like nauseous to my stomach. Like it's almost like I feel it in my bones, and so it just makes me super sick.
Oh man. Well, we're definitely going to want to address that. We're going to want to address those fatigue levels and definitely getting back to your daily activities that you perform throughout your life. So all big concerns. So from what you said, we're going to focus on those and just move into some assessments that I think will benefit you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so this first assessment that I'm going to have you do, it's called the Modified Fatigue Impact Scale. So this is actually a self-assessment, and I'm going to give it to you here in a second for you to fill out. But according to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, this assessment's really good to focus in on how your MS fatigue affects your daily activity, just your daily life in general, okay?
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm going to hand this over to you, but just so you know, this is regarding the past 4 weeks, okay?
Okay.
And if you have any questions about any of the words or phrases that you don't understand, you can ask me. And I'll go ahead and go over just like the rating scale with you real quick. It's on a scale of 0 to 4. So 0 is going to mean never. 1 is rarely. 2, sometimes you experience this. 3, you often experience it, and then 4, almost always experience this. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna hand that over to you, and I'm gonna let you fill that out, and then afterwards we can go over your results and what that means.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for filling that out. I went ahead and scored it for you. So the way that this assessment works is that it kind of breaks down into 3 different categories. There's physical, cognitive, and then the psychosocial category. And so all of these questions that you answered, they kind of fit into one of those categories. And so I'll go ahead and just kind of discuss what your results look like. And so for the physical, the highest score is a 36, so you got a 32 out of 36, which just means that we're really going to have to look out for your fatigue when it comes to physical activity. It seems to impact you a lot in your daily activity. And then for cognition, you got 11 out of 40, and so still we want to obviously address that, but we're going to be more focused on the physical. And then the psychosocial, you got a 7 out of 8. And so we're going to want to address that as well. So overall, you got a 50 out of 84. So that's nothing bad. That just means that we're going to have to work on some techniques and interventions to kind of help address that fatigue during your everyday life.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so for your second assessment, it is also a self-assessment, and it's called the MOS Pain Effects Scale, the PES for short. It's another one that you're just going to fill out by yourself here in just a second. Just to give you some background, best evidence supports that this specific assessment, according to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, that this assessment just assesses not only pain, but also other symptoms related to MS, such as like burning or tingling, feeling sensations, and so and that just will show like how these feelings and sensations affect your everyday life.
Okay.
So this one's very similar to the other one. It's also on this one's a 1 to 5 scale. So it will have little categories, and you will fill out. So 1 will be this doesn't affect it, not at all. And then 2 will be a little bit. 3 is moderately. 4 is quite a bit, and then 5 is to an extreme degree. And then this assessment is also from the past 4 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm going to give this to you and let you fill this out, and then afterwards we'll go over the results like we did with the last one.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, all done?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll tally this up for you just real quick. Okay, it looks like you got a 23 out of 30 possible points. So that is on the higher end of the scale. So what that means is that this pain, that you're talking about in your legs, that is really impacting the way that, impacting your mood and your behavior throughout your daily life. So according to this is definitely going to be something that we want to work on in the future.
Okay.
What we're going to be doing is the modified functional reach test. And so the reason that we're going to work on this is because we have evidence provided by Shirley Ryan Ability Lab that states that this is a good assessment to test your dynamic sitting balance. And what that means is see your balance while sitting down and like doing different activities like reaching for stuff, like want to make sure that this is something safe for you to do when performing like your grooming tasks, or when just anytime you're reaching outside of that base of support. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this. And so how we're going to do this is at first you're going to use that right arm, and I'm going to have you reach your arm out, and we're just going to get your resting measurement, and then I'm going to have you reach forward as far as you can with still being stable, not losing your balance, okay? But I'm going to be standing behind you to make sure that everything's okay, like you're not going to be in any kind of danger whatsoever, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to have my assistant actually come and take the measurements for me, so that way I can stay with you and we don't have to worry about safety or anything like that. Okay.
Okay.
Here behind you. Okay.
Okay.
What we're gonna first gonna have you do is just kind of stick out your right arm as far as you can. Yep, make a fist. Great job. And then my lovely assistant here is going to measure your starting point. Okay. All right. And so now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna have you reach as far forward as you can without feeling unbalanced. Okay. We're just trying to be safe, and I'm gonna be right here just in case. Okay. You can relax. Great job. All right. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just take a deep breath, and then whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and get your resting start again. All right. You got it, assistant? Yep. All right, great. Okay, you can go ahead and reach. Ooh, look at you. All right, relax. Great job. Still feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do that 1 more time. So whenever you're ready. All right. Okay, wonderful. Great job. Okay. And we're good. You seriously don't need a walker or anything anymore. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the same kind of concept. So we're going to stick out that right arm, and we're going to give knuckles to your imaginary friend over there. Okay, and we're gonna write down your resting points. Okay, I'm gonna be right here waiting for you. Okay, and you can go ahead and lean, but again, don't lose any balance. Be safe. Great job. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times.
Okay.
All right, so whenever you're ready. All right, and go ahead and lean. Great job, and relax. How you feeling?
Good.
Okay, great. All right, 1 more time. And go ahead and lean. Okay, great job. So now we're going to be doing the same kind of concept. So we're going to stick out that right arm, and we're going to give knuckles to your imaginary friend over there. Okay, and we're going to write down your resting points. Okay, I'm going to be right here waiting for you. Okay, and you can go ahead and lean, but again, don't lose any balance. Be safe. Great job. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times.
Okay.
All right, so whenever you're ready. All right, and go ahead and lean. Great job, and relax. How you feeling?
Good.
Okay, great. All right, 1 more time. And go ahead and lean. Okay, great job. All right, so now we're going to do that left arm, okay? So go ahead and stick it out as far as you can. All right. Wonderful. And then go ahead and lean. Reach. Wonderful. Okay, you can relax. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Just whenever you're ready. Okay. Okay, great job. All right, final time. You ready?
Ready.
All right, stick it out there. And go ahead and lean. Okay. Damon, what a wonderful idea to come outside and go over our functional reach test results, our modified functional reach test results. So I just kind of wanted to let you know kind of what this means. All of your scores were within the, okay, I'm just gonna start over. What a great idea about coming outside and getting that fresh air while we discuss your modified functional reach scores. So to begin with, I will tell you that there are no real normal ranges for the measurements. These bugs.
I know, they're everywhere.
There is not a normal range, although there was a study conducted with asymptomatic adults, and you do fit within that normal range according to that study for your you're forward, you're leaning forward and leaning to your right side. So your left side fell a little bit outside of those norms, but you know what? That's perfectly normal considering you have a different condition and they're asymptomatic adults. So basically, just what this means is that your dynamic sitting balance, kind of what we talked about earlier, like your ability to move outside of your base of support while sitting, is very good. You just have to, of course, you already know, watch that left side and make sure.
Sorry, there's a spider on your stomach, ma'am.
Oh
It's right there.
oh my gosh, those pesky suckers.
Johnny, they're everywhere. They're out to get us.
Okay.
It's
Anyway,
that solar eclipse today.
Anyway, so yes, we just want to be aware of that. Is there any more on me? I feel like they're everywhere now.
That's the only one I saw. I think you put it on me, though. I think you flicked it up on me.
Okay, well, overall, your dynamic sitting balance is very good. We just have to watch out for that left side, which we already kind of knew because you do have that, tone in that left arm, and so it does kind of make it a little bit more difficult. It makes you have to kind of reach further to be able to do those tasks. So we're just gonna work on that, and yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
All right, great. So finally, the last assessment that we're going to do today is called the Modified Barthel Index. And so the reason we're going to use that is because according to AOTA, it's a good assessment to assess functional mobility while you're doing your daily activities of living. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move into that. I just want you to kind of show me how you normally get in and out of your bed every single day, okay? Your normal routine. Show me what you do.
Okay. So at night, I kind of get my walker as close as I can, and then I kind of turn it because I'm going to take my sheet here and throw it to the side so I can get in, and then I kind of start crawling to the bed, and I'm about to die.
Okay, well, I'm going to get on this side of you before you do that. All right, go ahead.
Always kind of dive in. It's kind of like been the easiest way.
Okay.
So I dive in.
Okay.
And then I kind of use my right arm to help me get situated because I like to sleep on this side. And then I kind of just throw the blanket over me the best that I can. And then my feet are the worst. They get cold at night. So to help me kind of do this better, I take my quad cane and kind of just throw it over the best I can.
Okay.
Don't always get them covered, but I try to.
All right.
And then when I wake up in the morning, I throw my sheet back over me, and I use my headboard to help me turn around here.
The headboard is not very stable.
No, it's not. My kids were supposed to fix that. Once I get turned around, where I feel like my right side is stable, I kind of like caterpillar backwards. I start kind of just inch my way out of bed, and my knees, this is the worst part, my knees kind of start locking up on me, so it takes me a while. But start trying to scooch, and then I try to get to the floor, and then, I'm not always able to get myself up the first time, sorry.
No, you're good. Take your time.
Okay, and then I kind of lean to get my walker closer.
Okay.
And kind of just inch my way back to it. And I never worry about fixing the bed. That's my kid's job. They come in. That's what they get allowance for. All
right, and that's what you do every day?
Yeah, and then I head to the toilet.
Oh, man. You tired?
Yeah.
All right.
So I work.
Okay. Well, let's move on into the bathroom and see how you do that routine, okay?
Okay.
We're just going to go ahead and check how well your walking is, okay, with your walker. So go ahead and just show me how you normally walk with it, please.
Okay.
Let me go on your left side.
Going to the bathroom?
Yep, go into the bathroom.
Okay. Sometimes it just takes me a long time because I have a hard time kind of on one foot it's kind of hard. I have an issue with turning.
Is that the hardest part?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of losing my balance because I can't really see where I'm turning to because I'm worried about keeping my vision focused ahead.
Gotcha. I'm right here. Okay. Now over here, just go ahead and show me how you normally use your restroom every day.
Okay. Well, I start turning around kind of slowly. Kind of difficult, like I said, once again, trying to make sure my feet turning with my vision. And then when I get kind of close enough to it, I just sit down, use kind of like the door frame since it's a small bathroom. It sets me down, and yeah, go and everything. And then getting back up, since my sink is to the left of me, this is kind of where it gets really hard for me. It's because my arm is super tight right now, and so I gotta wait kind of for me to be able to lean over there and put my arm on it. And so it takes me sometimes a few tries because it's just not wanting to. And then I can't always get my fingers on there, but I try to even just grab my hand and then grab my walker and get up, kind of push it forward and start moving my way to my sink. And I lean on it because I get pretty tired by now. And then I wash my hands. Grab my paper towels, dry them, and then get back up. Try to get to where I'm finding my walker again. Alright, good? Okay, that's how I do it.
So since we're already in the bathroom, are you still feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and just show me while we're already in the bathroom, like how you get in and out of your bathtub?
Yep. So kind of like the toilet, I gotta get my walker where I can just back it up so it's easier to access when I'm done. And then once I reach it, I use my little counter here to set down. Then I'll push the walker all the way, kind of scoot myself back. And then for the most part, my leg usually cooperates, but sometimes it locks up on me and that's when it gets hard, but I just help myself pick it up. Then I get in. Once I'm in here, I push myself over with my right hand. I use my right leg to turn it on.
Nice.
And turn it off. And then my shower head is right here, so that's kind of easy access, so that's never an issue. The problem we're kind of looking at right now is how I turn the water on and off.
Okay.
And my shampoo and stuff, everything's right here. And then my towel's right here on a hook, so that makes it nice. I can grab it and dry myself off before I get out of the tub.
Okay, well, cool. Can you go ahead and just show me how you get out now? Are you good? Are you rested? You got enough energy?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. All right, same thing. I gotta help myself out and then get myself situated. Kind of grab this again. Kind of rock myself up. Usually right here I have to make sure my towel's on. Don't want to flash anybody. And get it close enough where I can grab it since my arm locks up on me. And then I get up and I'm done.
Can you go ahead and just kind of show me how you do some of those everyday grooming tasks that are part of your routine?
Yep. So I get up to my sink, try and get my walker to the side here, and then I lean, and then use this to turn on my sink here. Turn it off, don't want it running the whole time. And then this is my toothpaste and my toothbrush. I get it on here. And then kind of try to lean myself up some and I'm trying to use my right hand. Spit it out, rinse it off, do it again, spit it out, rinse it off, put it up here. And then I come over here And grab my razor with this hand and then plug it in with my right hand. Get my face all shaved up, looking nice. All around, all around. Put that down and unplug it. And then I come and get some moisturizer, rub it in. Make sure I get the scalp shiny. Get the shoulders, don't want them ashy. And then I also get my face, you know, because I like Fast and Furious. I look like Van Diesel.
Okay. All right. Is your hip pressed up against that
Yeah.
counter?
And then my legs kind of get tired, but it's just because I'm worried if I'm moving too much with my left side of my body, it's going to lock up on me and I'm not going to be able to get this stuff done. So sometimes it's done that before and I just stand here. So I found it easier to use my left hand only a little bit, my right hand more.
I gotcha.
And
All
then
right.
after that, kind of sit up. Move this closer to me. Then I go about my day.
All right. Okay. So next, I just kind of want to see how you normally put on like your clothes, just kind of how you get dressed, putting it on, taking it off. Okay.
Okay. But usually I start with my trousers here. I kind of get it to where just this left leg is open. That's the hardest part. Get this on. And then once it gets up here, I can kind of hold it with my hand. And then I scoot it up as much as I can. And then I lean back and kind of work them on up. Don't judge me on these ones. These are my at-home shorts. Kind of like letting the legs out. And then I sit up and I'm good to go.
All right. And can you show me how you put that top on?
Yep. Oh yeah. Guess I need to put my top on when I'm be going out and about. Okay, so I use my right arm mainly. Go ahead and get my left arm in just because if it locks up on me, it's easier to go ahead and have this arm in. And then if I can use it, I do. And then I just kind of wiggle myself through it.
Okay.
And then now I'm ready.
Nice. All right. Great. So now can you go ahead and just show me how you take it off?
Yep. So start with my right side. And kind of hook it. This gets hard. I'm sorry. Kind of. This gets frustrating sometimes when my arm's not working. Kind of just have it here to help me.
Does that get hard whenever your arm locks up to try and pull it over like that?
Yep. So like I can only get like right here, so I try to hook it on and then use my right arm to help. You need my britches to come off too?
Yep, britches too.
Okay. Then kind of just, I try to just wiggle these off, honestly. Not much to it, because once they're on the ground, I just kick them there.
All right, awesome. Perfect, good job. Go ahead and now show me how you put your socks and shoes on.
Yep. So what I do, it's not all days I can get my leg completely up here, so I still try to just rest it some as much as I can. And then I use it to my right arm to kind of just, it takes a while. This is why I wear slippers most days. I usually don't ever wear socks and shoes because I just get frustrated. And then I just pull it up, don't really care how it looks. Once it's on, it's on. And then I take this and just kind of go down to my leg. And then just slide it on.
So you wear slide-on shoes?
Yep.
Okay. All right, can you go ahead and show me how you take it off?
Yeah. I just use my foot, take it off that way. And
all right, easy enough.
Easy.
All right, Damon, can you go ahead and just show me now how you get up onto your step in your house?
Yeah. So they put in like this little tiny step right here. So the hardest part is just trying to get my walker over that, honestly. And then I grab onto this little handle, and then just work on getting my walker kind of out of the way. And then I step up to there. But once I'm here, it's really not that hard. It's kind of smooth rolling, and then I grab my walker and go around and push it.
Okay, well, just for the simulation, can you go ahead and show me how you come back down?
Yeah, so use this to kind of help me turn around. And then I just always try to be careful there because I get dizzy sometimes. And then I yank this back in front of me and step down. And then I'm off.
Okay, awesome. Can you just go ahead and show me how you feed yourself whenever you're eating like a snack or a meal?
Yeah. So I like my carrots to be in little bitty pieces, or especially for making a home cooked meal. So I come in like this, hold it, press down until she's a tough little sucker. Until it chops, and then I cut it in even smaller pieces. And then sometimes I like the halves to be in halves, little slivers. So I even.
Oh, do you need your fingers right there? Okay.
And then my wife's not looking, I stink the occasional 2 or 3, just a quick little. Because we're supposed to share. But.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. Okay, so I just have a few questions for you. First off, let's just kind of talk about your bowel control. Are you having like any accidents or issues with your bowel control at all?
No, I'm good there.
Okay. No accidents? All right. What about your bladder control?
Sometimes I do because it takes me a while to get there, or my legs and arm might walk up on me. So I have the occasional accident, but it has been getting a lot better because I'm on a bladder routine, like going to the restroom more often, and so that's been helping me.
Okay, so just some occasional accidents.
Yeah, just here and there.
Hi, Cindy. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I just had a few questions for you, and I just think it's really important to get our clients' spouses' input for therapy purposes, and just I want to see if you're seeing the same things that Damon is telling me that he's experiencing. This is just relating to his bowel and bladder, and so can you tell me a little bit about his bowel and bladder? Is he having any accidents, or is he making it to the bathroom?
As far as the bowel goes, no, not any accidents there. He can usually make it, he can tell it's coming, so he can usually make it there on time for that. But as far as his bladder goes, he does have issues making it to the bathroom on time. So we've been putting him on a kind of like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a routine schedule for his bladder, because it kind of upsets him if he can't make it there on time because if his knees or arms lock up on him, causing him not to be able to walk.
Right.
So we're trying to schedule that out more throughout the day, but that seems to be helping, but he does still have issues with that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that information, and I'll definitely be sure to write that down. All right, great job. How are you feeling?
Good.
All right, great.
A little wore out, but not bad.
Okay. Well, we'll just go over your scores from the modified Barthel, okay? Let's go ahead and read you the overall interpretation. So, according to your scores, you are moderate dependence, which basically just means like you can continue living at home, but you still might need some assistance doing some of those, functional mobility tasks throughout your day. So, yeah, that's about it. All right.
Just get to pester my wife some more.
That's right. All right. Any questions? Okay, so now that we've finished up all of your assessments, I just kind of want to go over with you about MET levels. So MET levels are just one MET equals how much energy you spend while at rest. So just sitting there doing nothing, okay? So for an example, if you're using 4 MET levels, that means you're using 4 times the amount that it takes of your energy from when you're just sitting there doing nothing, okay? So I know that's a little bit confusing, but to just give you some examples, the lightest level of METs includes some of like your basic ADLs that you're wanting to get back to, like shaving and dressing and grooming and just like reading and watching TV. Those are all the lightest level. So that is 1 to 3 METs, okay? All right, so I am actually going to have you take a look at this list just in case I missed anything that you're wanting to get back to. I have on here that you want to be able to shave, dress, do grooming, walk, read, watch TV, and then in the light to moderate level, which is 3 to 4 METs, I also have shower and then climb stairs slowly, only because you have that one step in your home. Okay, so go ahead and just take a look over that. And then we can highlight anything that you want to get back to.
I know I want to do some like small, like being able to do like some small projects or something with my kids.
With your kids? Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's something similar to that on there. Like a small little project.
Yeah.
Like the Legos.
Yep. Because we do that quite often. So.
Okay. Well, for sure we can do that. Was there anything else? Were you wanting? I wasn't sure about meals. Were you wanting to get back to doing any light meals?
As you could see during that video, I kind of struggled making my carrots, chopping my carrots. So, and that's about all I can do sometimes is cutting. So I do want to work on being able to do a little bit more.
Okay. Well, great. So, according to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, staying in between a 3 to 6 MET level is moderate intensity, and then anything above a 6 it gets up a little bit more vigorous, okay? So, but all the activities that you're wanting to do are within that 3 to 6, so we should have no problem. We're just wanting to see how much we can conserve your energy because, you know, with your condition, like you do get tired pretty quickly. So I am going to help you with some different strategies to maybe help, you know, save some energy and like decrease those fatigue levels.
Okay.
So just kind of looking back at your Barthel scores, just kind of seeing how you did your everyday tasks. I did have some recommendations for stuff that we could maybe work on in our future intervention and stuff. And so just for example, like we'll go over a bed transfer. So a bed transfer, I think it'd be really beneficial for you to have a little rail put in your home right next to your bed so that we could teach you and inform you more so on like some log rolling techniques. And I think that'd be very beneficial for you because that would not take as much energy as the way that you do it now. And it would probably be a lot safer. So looking into that, looking into having like a reacher, like I know you said you already had one, just using that more effectively, more using it as often as possible, because if you don't have to exert that energy, then we're gonna try to keep that from happening, okay? Something else, I know you love your slippers, and I know that. So if you want to stick with the slippers, that's okay. And if you were wanting to be able to put on your socks and shoes and take them off like a little bit easier, we could inform you on like using a sock aid or a shoe horn. And those are just some cool tools that help you get your shoes and socks on and off. I do think that we should work on performing your grooming tasks, maybe sitting down, like maybe bringing a seat into the bathroom for you to brush your teeth and shave your face, just because standing up and like leaning like how you were, like that could take up a lot more energy than what you really should be having to do, okay? And then that way you can use all this other energy that you're saving up from using all of these techniques. You can use it to, you know, maybe do one of those small projects with like your kids.
Okay.
So make sure there wasn't anything I missed. Okay, great. So I'm also going to send you home with these little handouts, and they're just tips to overall help you conserve your energy. The biggest takeaways is you really just want to do your activities as slowly as possible and take as many rest breaks as you feel needed. What else? gathering all of your equipment before starting a task, that would be very beneficial, not having to worry about reaching and like taking multiple trips to find different things. Just having all of your stuff in one area would be very beneficial. Trying not to schedule too many tasks in one day, that would be good to try and like kind of, just spread out your stuff so you don't just get overwhelmed and like too tired. And just kind of knowing like what time of day works best for you as well. I know you said like you like to do your showers and stuff at the beginning of the day because you're too tired at night. So knowing that about yourself is really beneficial. Trying to perform your tasks like in the cooler times of the day will probably help too, because heat, or it will help because heat exerts more like METs. So that will take up more energy from you. Okay. So I'm going to send this with you. That has a lot of very beneficial things for you. And then these are specific tips to conserve energy with your self-care tasks, since that is something that you're really wanting to get back to, just taking care of yourself, being that super independent, And so, and it kind of just talks about things I've already kind of gone over, like sitting to do your shaving and your brushing your teeth. Maybe using an electric toothbrush or razor so that you're not having to exert more energy there. What else? You already do sit to dress and undress, so that's really good. I would continue to do that. Maybe not wear tight clothes. It's actually recommended that you wear like a size bigger than what you normally would, just because it's easier for you to get on and off. And it also says to maybe try not eat foods that are going to make your stomach bloat, because that will make it harder for you to breathe. So yeah. So I'll also send you with that, and I'll put this like all in a little folder for you before you leave, so don't have to worry about it. Something else that will really help you with conserving your energy is pursed lip breathing. So have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay, so pursed lip breathing is like when you're gonna breathe in through your nose, and then you're going to breathe out your mouth, and kind of like you're sniffing the flowers, and then you're like blowing on your drink to cool it off. So you're like sniffing the flowers and then blow and cool off your drink.
Okay.
Can you kind of show me how? Yes. Okay. And you also don't want to force the air out. You just want it to let it come naturally. So, but I was actually going to get into this a little bit later, because it is shown from the Cleveland Clinic that pursed lip breathing mixed with stretching is really good for energy conservation.
Okay.
So I will send that with you. And then I thought it would be cool to maybe do a fatigue journal. So this is just going to help you kind of keep track of like being aware of how much energy you're spending and like what's making you more tired. And so it gives you a scale to rate it on, like how you felt before the activity, how you felt afterwards. So sometimes you just kind of forget how tired you get from certain activities. This will help you keep track of it and be like, oh yeah, like I do get tired during that activity. So we could just try it out and see how it goes.
Okay, cool.
I'm just going to go into your home exercise plan. Okay, so this is a little exercise plan that I'm going to send with you, and I want you to be practicing these exercises at home by yourself. So what we're really going to focus on is just that like tone and that spasticity in your arm that's kind of like, making it kind of lock up,
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try and do some exercises to stretch those flexor muscles, and then we're going to try to increase the strength in the extensor muscles to try and, just get rid of that tone. So Okay, so for your strengthening exercises, we're going to be doing this first. And it says to perform these exercises 2 to 3 times a week on non-consecutive days. That's pretty important. You don't want to do this back to back, okay? And then you're going to exercise at moderate to high intensity. And it's really important to take 1 to 2 minutes of like a rest break in between. And then for your stretching, we're going to perform that following your strengthening exercises, okay? And so we're going to perform the stretching exercises 3 to 7 times a week. And we're going to try and hit each major muscle group for 20 to 30 seconds. And we're going to repeat that about 3 to 4 times. So we do have some exercises that I would love to show you. And so we're going to, like I said, we're going to work with the strengthening exercises first. So the first one that I'm going to show you is we're going to give you this 1 pound dumbbell, and we could always, work our way up in weight as we go. But we're going to start out with the 1 pound, and this is going to be for both of your arms, because I want you to really strengthen, that left arm, but I also don't want to lose what you already have in that right arm. Uh-huh. So this first exercise is you're going to hold the weight in your arm at your side, and your palm is going to be facing backwards. Mm-hmm. So your knuckles are going to be facing forward, basically. And then you're going to bend and then straighten your elbow. So it's going to look something like this. Okay? Okay. And what we're going to do is typically we're going to do 3 sets of 3 to 5. I'm just going to have you kind of show me, we're just going to do 1 set of 3 to 5, okay? Just to make sure that you kind of understand the technique. So I'll go ahead and give this to you. And so elbow at your side, and then we're just going to go up. 1, 2, 3. If you can go to 5, go to 5, 4,
I'm pushing
5. Okay, great job. And you can go ahead and rest it back on the table. There you go. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then this next one that we're going to do is we're going to hold the 1 pound weight, and we're going to hold the weight behind your head, and we're going to straighten your arm over your head. So it's going to be up here, and you're going to start like this in a flexed elbow position, and then you're going to straighten it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can go ahead and show me how to do that.
It's like this?
Yep. As much as you can bend it.
Okay.
Back behind your head. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at those guns.
Yeah. Are these going to make me look like Vin Diesel?
Oh, for sure. Okay. And so now we're going to work on the wrist a little bit. So you're going to hold the dumbbell in your hand, and you're going to bend your elbow, and you're going to tuck it into your side, and you're going to turn your palms up and down. So just kind of like this kind of motion. Okay. Like a bowl of soup and then some knuckles. Bowl of soup and some knuckles. Okay? And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do 3 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to break it up and be like 1 to 2 minutes later.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. Okay. Sorry, this is kind of taking a while. Okay. Next, we're going to, it's another real wrist exercise. And so we're going to lay your I'm going to have to do this differently. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is still with the wrist. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have to hang our wrist over the edge, okay? And we're just going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, okay? Okay. All right. So I'll let you go ahead and try that. Just 3 to 5 sets.
Which way did you want me to have my wrist? This way?
The knuckles up, like you're giving me knuckles.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. And if you can only do 3, that's okay. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay, and then the last strengthening exercise that we're going to do is we're going to have our arm over the edge, just kind of like we did before, and our thumb's going to be facing up, and we're just going to go 1, 2, like we're bringing a glass to our mouth or something like that, okay? We're going to do 3 to 5, whatever you can do. 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Wonderful. Okay, and then that is all for the strengthening exercises. And so now we're just going to do a few stretches, and we're just going to do these on your left arm, since the left arm is what has so much of that, extra tone in it. So for the first one, we're going to do these exercises for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Or these stretches for 30 seconds. And so you're going to hold your arm at your side with your palm facing forward like this, and then you're going to grab your wrist and you're going to straighten your arm and hold for 30 seconds.
Do you want me to go ahead and do it right now with you?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next stretch that we're going to do is you're going to keep your elbows tucked into your sides. You're going to grab your hand and turn it palm up. And you're going to hold, so you're going to have your one hand and you're going to have it facing palm up, and you're going to use your other hand to hold it there and keep the palm facing up, okay? And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. One more stretch. So for this one, you're going to bring your arm out straight, and then your left arm, yes. And then we're going to use our right arm to kind of just pull it down and try and like stretch out those flexors. Pull.
Is it okay? This is as far as my arm will go right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
just do what you can. You're doing a great job. And then for 30 seconds. Okay, great job. So like I said, for those stretches, we're going to do 3 sets of 30 seconds. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you. I also thought this would be something cool to look into for the future, because I know that you, before you got diagnosed with your condition, you used to really love to be real active and do some sports. And so I thought that maybe an arm cycle would be really cool for you, and that would get you really motivated to, just do some more exercises at home.
Cool.
However, I do still need to do some research on this, but just to kind of show you what it would look like, it is like a little bicycle for your hands.
Oh.
So it would just really help with that range of motion.
Okay, cool. Little
So-
countertop bicycle.
Yeah. So we're going to look more into that, and maybe next time we can talk more about what that would look like, how much that kind of cost, and if it's truly effective for you, okay?
Okay.
So the reason behind me thinking that this would be a good idea is this article that I have right here, and it's talking about aerobic training, and that 10 to 30 minutes of moderate intensity of the aerobic training is recommended, and is recommended for 2 to 3 days per week. And so they did find success with this, helping with the spasticity and range of motion. So, but we're going to look more into that. We're not sold on it just yet. We need more research to be done, okay? So overall, this is just like your cover page, and it's just going to tell you how often to do your exercise. Yeah, I'll show that to you, sorry. How often to do your exercises, and how often to repeat it, how many times a week, okay? And then there's just like some little notes there at the bottom, just for a reminder. Overall, just remember to do these exercises as slowly and smoothly as possible, and stop and rest as often as you need to. Don't ever try and push yourself, because I know you're competitive, but we don't want to risk anything, okay? We want to be safe and effective. Okay? Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Well, till next time, Damon.
See you later.